It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. One of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. In motion left goes a tight end. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now it's Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Second and 16 at the 35-yard line.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. So nothing doing there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Darnold now to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Johnny Mudd, 61 yards. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held for...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Grenard. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Powell on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. That's caught by Munn. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Play action. It's Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they...
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and
Previous
he'll do
play
so
is
here.
under review.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Open man, that's Munt, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Faking the give, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Again, a good friend in football always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was...
And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Back to throw, Darnold. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To the air again, Darnold. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Johnny Munn with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Ravens nothing. Will Riker to kick off.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start by running the option to the right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
No, we changed it.
At the 46-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll buy some time right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment defense.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
This will be caught at about the 5. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
Check, Panther.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Vikings offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
A gain of 5. First down, Minnesota.
Again, Darnold. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 12. And the Vikings first down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. He returns this to the 22. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call,
Automatic
mark off the
first down.
5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bateman, 55 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Tucker now to add the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Darnold. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Darnold. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Throwing again is Darnold. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The production sensational here early on. That last catch going to put him up over 100 yards receiving already in this first half of play. That is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, they have not been shy about looking his way in this first half. That's already 7 catches for him now. And we've yet to hit halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a... And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the end zone, here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Now Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and... Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson now. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Oh, the return is Powell. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
That's down the field for Jefferson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 71 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will bump the lead up to 26. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out. Then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is caught. So they get the completion there on the fake punt, but they do not get enough to move the chains.
Well, I thought it was a fairly well-designed play, and they sprang it at the right time, and it was a good play. But they had great recognition defensively. They were able to figure out what was happening and stop them short. Guess what? Good play. The only thing that kept it from being great, the defense's reaction.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 70 yards. And the Vikings start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Second down and goal. Jackson under pressure, and they got to him again. And not a good time for the sack on second and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's third down. Back to throw. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the fans.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Justin Jefferson, he's to the 10.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Yet another trip to the end zone, and that last one, a bit of history. He has now broken the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game. So that is a big one, folks. Can you believe it? 8 passing touchdowns in a single game. Until today, that had never been done in NFL history.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now here come the Ravens.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
2nd and 10.
They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Again, Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all. He's got a man complete. There he goes again, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And that last touchdown pass not only put 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game.
Point after try forthcoming. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First down, Vikings.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the try here for the point after. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. One last shot for